Hello, my name is Crystal Mosqueda, and you are watching My Geography in My Backyard at Brackenridge Park. San Antonio River, the river that runs through Brackenridge Park, is a meandering stream that you can see in this overview clip from Google Earth Pro. The river runs northeast to southwest with curves and turns flowing through the park like a snake, as I noticed on my visits and according to Google Earth. As I walked along the riverbank, I found point bars, erosion, knickpoints, forms of weathering, and mass wasting. In this clip, as I zoom in, you can see a point bar that is collecting alluvial deposits on the inside of the river. When water runs faster, it carries rocks and sand particles, but as it slows down, suspended materials begin to be deposited and can easily be seen here. As I moved further up the river, I captured a perfect example of mass wasting. As you can see here, these large pieces of rock were once one big rock. A factor that influenced the mass movement is the steepness of the slope and the force of gravity that pulled the rock downward, causing it to fall and break into pieces. In this area, the river has faced a natural process called erosion. This large cliffside was made by water running past it when the water was once higher. As you can tell, the water has cut away the side and allows us to see the exposed tree roots, as well as the rock and soil that has been deposited. In another part of the river, where there was little flow, was more erosion. A small storm may have come through here. It was not strong enough to move these smaller rocks. However, we can see larger rocks at the bottom, which means at one point in time the water was moving more quickly. This rock sitting in the water has likely changed due to a form of chemical weathering called carbonation. These large solution cavities are the product of carbonic acid dissolving the rock. As the water flows, the dissolving rock material is carried away too. Looking at this rock, we can see that tiny rock fragments have been chipped away, which is a form of mechanical weathering. This occurs when flowing water transports rocks that bump into other rocks, causing abrasions like the ones you see here. Biological weathering is the wearing down of rocks based on something biological, such as plants or animals. In this clip, you can see how the plants put down their roots through joints or cracks in the rock, seeking moisture from the river. As these plants gradually grow, it eventually weakens the rock, which causes it to break apart, and now it is ready for erosion. Moving further up the river, I found a small nick point. A nick point is a steep change in slope where water flows over like this one here. As you can see in this area, erosion is occurring. It is evident by the visible joints in the rock that it is weakening with the continuous flow of the rushing water. Lastly, as the water gently flows, you can clearly see all these beautiful rocks in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Although deposited here by erosion, these smaller rocks will eventually make their way further down the river by saltation or bouncing along the river bed, whereas some of these larger rocks will be moved by traction but will take years to make their way down the riverbed, making the water flow the main factor in how these rocks are transported. Brackenridge Park provides an overflow of opportunities for physical geography. The San Antonio River is perhaps the most compelling story, from its rich history to the natural processes that have formed over time. Throughout my visits to the park and exploring the trails, it was amazing to see all the natural beauty this park has to offer, such as the soothing sound of the flowing river, the different forms of weathering, to the erosion that has taken place over time. If you have not been to Brackenridge Park, I encourage you to visit to witness all of the natural beauty. For Physical Geography, I am Crystal Mosqueda, and thanks for watching.